Hey, what's going on, you guys? Dominic from Media Glitch, and Halloween is around the corner. And so for Halloween, we're going to be making the most of the night by talking about some scary stories to tell in the dark, but not the book that you probably read when you were a kid. Talking more about EC Archives, The Vault of Horror, Volume 2. Now, this is a tremendous hardcover edition that collects issues 7 through 12, published by, of course, EC Comics from 1951 and 1952. It is just a great edition, a good collection, and it's got some tremendous artists as well as writers, and artists being writers. You got Jack Davis, you got Graham Ingalls, you got John Kamen, and you got the immortal Johnny Craig. Now, Johnny Craig does a lot of the cover work for most of the collection here, and nobody can draw a reanimated corpse like Johnny Craig. He just does an amazing, amazing job. And I want to kind of camp out on the artists here because I like these throwbacks to the 50s. These guys, they were doing things that, I mean, they didn't have Photoshop, they didn't have digital printing, they didn't have none of that stuff. They're doing it all by hand. And the way that they render these grotesque scenes, these backgrounds, the dialogue, all this stuff, it's just amazing, amazing stuff. Another thing I want to talk about is the writing. The writing is solid. Now, when you think about ghost stories, you think about, it's just like when you go camping in the dark, in the middle of the night around the fire, and you're just in there to tell the story. You set up a premise, you get something creepy, and then you have the payoff there at the end, and you're left with some thrills. And that's what's so great about the Vault of Horror and all these old EC comics, is that they're not trying to do a drawn out story that lasts for like 6 months or a year or anything like that. I mean, the stories themselves are maybe 8 to 10 pages. So inside of a collection that has issues with 3 or 4 stories in there, you're getting about 3 to 4 short stories. Plus, it's got some prose, like not like professionals, but P-R-O-S-E prose. It's got some little short story articles that are scary. It's a lot of fun. I really like it. And another thing I just kind of want to comment on is the paper stock they use for this. I don't know, it's got to be like 100-pound or something, like magazine cover. It's really, really thick. I'm kind of nerding out about this, but it's really good quality. It's definitely worth it. Speaking of worth it, yes, this thing, it costs some money. It costs about $45. It didn't cost me anything. My father-in-law was gracious enough to get it to me for my birthday, but I would definitely spend good money on this because it's been on my wish list for a while. It's definitely got one of my favorite EC horror stories in there. It's got Sinkhole, and it's got Dying to Get Thin. And those are just some creepy, crazy stories. If you get a chance, pick it up and check it out. Man, $45, great art, you got great stories, it's got great covers. So you're thinking, what about the hot dogs? All right, well, guess what, guys? I'm putting it all in, footlongs and everything. 5 hot dogs. That's right, I'm going 5 hot dogs deep on this story here. This is some good stuff. Just check it out. It's totally worth your money, totally worth your time. You get a lot of bang for your buck here because there's just a lot of writing in there, a lot of narration, which you don't see a lot, and I'm a big fan of that. And so when you're there, just check it out. I don't know where there is, but when you're there at the store, just check it out. And I'm telling you, it's going to turn your warm blood cold with this book. And what I want to say. So I give a lot of good reviews on this show, but you know what? There's a lot of stuff that I read that isn't so good. So follow me on Instagram at Dominic Sedillo, and I'll show you some stuff weekly about some stuff that maybe gets 1 hot dog or half a hot dogs or just a packet of ketchup, whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment below, subscribe, tell all your friends in a newsletter. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy.